everyone, welcome back to the channel. Place is a mess. Place is going to get cleaned up here very shortly. So I'm going to go to the metal yard, but we have all the stuff from yesterday's video and we have all this stuff out here. Oh, I forgot to take out this. Forgot to take out that. So I'm going to load up with some steel and then remove this aluminum because I want to get back over to that town. There's a lot of stuff out last night. As you see, this is all the stuff I found. I left. Oh man, I should probably. I didn't even think of that. I could have put the grill back here that I left, but we'll see if it's still out there. Yeah, I could have put that grill right there. Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm going to take out the aluminum, bring over steel. That way I don't have to be running all around. And we'll get to the yard when it opens. But let's make it a fun day here with Taco Stacks. Make some money at the scrapyard. Today's goal. Well, I'm going to do some separate. Let's go for $150. I think that's reasonable. Let's make it a good one. Let's do it. All right, well, made it here for the first portion. So yeah, we're going for 150. I think that'll be our goal for today. So right now I'm going to drop off this metal. I have more at home, but I'm going to drive back to that town and see if at least the garbage men didn't pick up everything this morning. For whatever reason, they now have broken air conditioners and torn apart air conditioners right over here. To where I think they had cast iron at one point. All right, quickly, first go around, 33 bucks. Got a ways to go. $33 though, not too shabby. Guess we'll see what happens today out here. I think the other day right here might have had one of the many water pumps. Got a metal table. Scrapyard, man, they have a lot of metal they have to move around. I didn't see anyone running the baler, the baling machine. Usually when the scrap metal on that light iron pile gets so tall, it's because of one of two things: price is going up or down, or their baler is out of commission. So I wonder if that's the case. Imagine maintaining those is probably no fun. See a file cabinet over here on the right. Don't know if it's metal or if it's a plastic one. Kind of getting plastic vibes, but kind of getting a metal vibe. It looks like metal. File cabinet, that's something that I don't think is in really high demand. It's wood. It's wood. Not plastic, not metal. Wood. Surprised I haven't seen the garbage truck this morning. I still want to get back to that pile from yesterday that I left the grill. It's probably a Christmas tree. Maybe. But yeah, I want to get back there and see if that's still over there. Might be, it might not be. I think it will be, but I don't know. There were some things that, like, I was driving around, like I saw some yard tools that had like it was a tamper and a rake, a metal rake, and those were gone. There was a treadmill that was also gone in one spot. So, good possibility there's other people out here too. You know, all week I've kind of been yapping away saying that I haven't seen anyone. Wicker chairs, got the fresh moss on it, mold. Notice with these chairs, often they unravel themselves. All bruised, but they're not in too bad of shape. Some of them are starting to pop. Nope. Not even gonna say it, because I say it every time I find a chair that looks like this. We'll just see it. It'll be like a live reaction. Man, feels kind of flimsy. That's what it does feel like. I don't know where my. Oh, there it is. Ah, it might be good. truly is a trash to cash video. We're really gonna try to get to 150. I will bring over probably a wire. Certainly have a lot of aluminum. What the heck is that? It's one of those e-bikes. Not going to really talk too much about them because I don't really know a whole lot about them, but I find it very fascinating that it's pretty much a motorcycle in its own ways, but it's treated like a bicycle in some states. Funny enough, yesterday when I drove through, this guy was throwing away some stuff. I saw a bicycle. I completely forgot to come back. Completely forgot. I got a couple oddball things. What's this? Home fitness partner? Yeah, no. Not for me. That thing's shot. Shot. Yeah, he had a bicycle out. It was just putting it out, but his kids were like playing everywhere and they were like digging through his own trash. I was like, I'm not even going to deal with that. And then I went down a couple other roads and completely forgot. Ah, the grill is gone. Somebody did grab the grill. So I guess it was good I grabbed the other stuff, but somebody took the grill. Somebody cut the cord on the vacuum cleaner. Someone else has been around. Oh, hold on. Now I think we're talking. Kind of geeked myself out there for a little bit. It's not that special. What's kind of special? Looks like an aluminum wheel. The price of aluminum wheels right now is insane. Insane. Holy smokes. This one's heavy too. I think it's aluminum. Yeah, it's aluminum. Wish I had a easy way to take the bead off of that. It's where it kind of like it pays to be friends with somebody who owns an automotive shop. Might be worth it just to pay. I mean, like those things, like so. It probably costs like $5 or $10 to take that. I would say $5 is probably a good rate to remove the tire. I have a video on doing it. It's just. It's very difficult to do it by hand when you're not eating your Wheaties every day. But I do have a video on how to remove a tire from a wheel. True story. Maybe we'll try that again. Just do that way. Long story short, the price of aluminum wheels is astronomical right now. Speaking of astronomical, we got more metal over here. We'll just use the back side over here. But yeah, the price of aluminum wheels are just crazy. Not to buy for yourself, but to scrap them. That's probably $20 to $25 in scrap for that wheel. How's it going? think I reached a point in the town where garbage has already been picked up. I'm not seeing any bulk out anymore. Some of these cans are flipped over. I would guess that the garbage truck probably has to go to the landfill quite often. Probably not too much, because that's one garbage truck, but that's not the garbage truck. But no one has bulk out in this section. That's the garbage truck that picks up the cans, which that get into a whole thing with the town. You know, it's my garbage company is switching over. Yeah, there's nothing to the right. Yeah, it's a whole thing in itself. I'm going to swing up here and see if there's anything in this section, and if not, we're off to the metal yard once again. I think the garbage company missed this. Well, for a second, it was to move your trash cans. But yeah, now this whole section's all picked up. That's okay. So what I won't do is I'm not going to take the aluminum wheel in. The scrapyard I go to doesn't pay the most for that. And when you start talking differences of, you know, $10 or so, it's like it just doesn't make sense for me to get rid of it today. I'm gonna have to close that door again. Take a left here, but yeah, no, all this stuff is picked up because there was all junk out here before, and you can see these cans have been flipped over, which means 2 trucks came through. I don't know if the recycling truck came through, but one of them did, and then the rear loading garbage truck did. I'm always amazed with people who have lawns like this. Looks so great, so nice. They weed whack perfectly. I mean, maybe they hire a company, but the maintenance to maintain this would be like maintaining my front yard. I wouldn't say it's super easy, but it's definitely, you know, you put in, you know, 2 hours every weekend, not 6 hours. I put in like 3 hours or so every week, and then once in a while I'll put in another 2 or 3 to do weed whacking, but I never get it. I never get 100% perfect or what it looks perfect like. Just don't have time. Oh, person taking photos out here. I guess it might be the last day of school. Last day of school photos. Alright, get your photo. Looks like a weird... Alright, let's go. Got it. Back in the metal yard. I think this time it's only going to be like 15 bucks. To get to $150 might be a little bit more difficult than I think. Ooh, I see a lot of grills. Ah, one is the one that I dropped off this morning. And the other one... no, I don't. That's not mine. But there's chairs over there that I dropped off this morning. Somebody dropped off some cars. Straight ahead. They do a lot with cars. Yeah, so this one's only going to be about 15 bucks. So to get to 150, I mean, I do have a lot of aluminum I have to take apart and all that fun stuff, but it's not like copper or brass or any of those kind of metals. So, you know, it's not unreasonable to have $50 or $60, but to get 100 bucks out of it, it's going to be a little bit harder. All right, I'll drop off this. I also don't know where those, oh, they're not over there. No. Those green shades from the other day. Well, I think I said 15 bucks. We got 14 bucks. Pretty close. So that puts us at $47 today. 33 and 14 is 47. I believe so. So we need $103 on the next go round. Will we get there? Stay tuned. Alright, so I started dissecting these chairs. This is all clean aluminum, but what you don't see on here is this is the base. So on the base, those 2 rods there are steel. Okay, also running through this is another steel rod. So what that looks like is pretty much this whole bottom portion. Okay, so there's a steel rod that runs through this part. This plate is also steel. There's a steel rod that runs through over here and then down there. So I am not going to take these all apart. I'm going to just bring them as is. That took me probably about 8 to 10 minutes to get all that cut. When you start cutting through steel, the blade really dulls, and it takes a lot longer than cutting through aluminum. But I had originally thought the only thing I had to remove was this fabric. So yeah, it's just really, I actually learned this really quickly, is all you need is one of these 10mm sockets that will take off these right here, which I can even shoot. Well, I'll try to find one that I can't really see if I can get one of these. See, pretty easy. So all you have to do is take off that. There's one on the bottom, there's one over here, one over there, and then all this fabric came off in one shot. So doing that on 4 sides and then doing another here on 4 sides didn't take too long. But once I realized there was steel, put an end to that, because we're not messing around with cutting around steel rods and all that. It's not time worthy. So we're going to just bring this all in as dirty aluminum. Okay, so yeah, the baler must be down. I was trying to figure out what's going on. He's loading a dumpster, or a dump truck. He's loading a dump truck, whatever you want to call it. He's loading a truck right now, just straight from the pile rather than baling it. This guy's, that's a great way to park. Alright, I think I would get to 150 if all the chairs worked accordingly, but they didn't work out the way I thought they were. So pretty much they're all dirty aluminum. I took off some pieces, but it didn't seem like it was worth it to go through Sawzall blades and all that for what was kind of left. So we might fall a little short. Alright, the last go around, 73 bucks. I fell short of the $103 I needed for 150 bucks for a day, but 73 bucks is a good turnaround for one shot at the scrapyard. Definitely the aluminum chairs, I thought I can clean them, get them all good. Funny enough, I started taking off even more pieces that I thought I had actually taken apart all the steel, and when I took them off, I'm looking, I'm like, that looks like more steel that I missed. So where those screws were, which I hit with the impact gun, I guess the back side of it was also steel. So the screws were steel that I removed, but the inside that held the screw together to the piece of metal was also steel. So he said that was fine, don't worry about it, it'll go as clean aluminum. So it wasn't a big deal, but it was just another thing. It's like, man, when you think you're ahead of something, you're just not ahead of something. But overall, another great day. Thanks for tagging along for another trash picking and scrapping video, turning trash to cash. That easy, that fun, and hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys enjoy, hit the like button, enjoy the rest of your day, subscribe down below for more treasure hunts. Until next time, have a great day, keep living a dream, peace.